Are we really in a bull trap that may be leading to new lows in the stock market? This is what we're going to discuss in today's video, guys. We've had a very strong start of 2023. However, cracks are starting to appear. We suggest that we have to remain cautious, at least for the time being. In today's video, guys, we'll be going through the levels that you guys need to watch over the next week, and we'll be also introducing to you guys this chart over here. This is the S&P 500, the weekly chart. And there's some very crucial levels that you guys need to watch for this week. We'll also be going through, guys, and discuss what 50 Cent did last week. No, not the rapper, but the trader. 50 Cent, the trader, is a very reputable trader, and he has done something very interesting last week. So we'll be going through what does this mean for the stock market. Guys, this is going to be a very action-packed video. Make sure you watch until the end, and if you do enjoy today's video, guys, please give it a like. It does help us a ton. And if you do enjoy it, then please share it with anyone else that may find it useful as well. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We do bring out the latest stock market analysis outlook every single Monday morning. And guys, if you are not already in our Discord community, please join the Discord community via our website, mcitradingacademy.co.uk. It's all free of charge, guys, so please come and join the community. Now let's just quickly go over the chart that we have in front of us here, guys. This is the S&P 500, the weekly chart of the S&P 500. And guys, I just wanted to point your attention that every time over the last year or so, every single time we've had a strong weekly close, it was followed by new lows. This was to trap a lot of buyers in, a lot of potential buyers. A lot of people have, especially after they've seen this strong weekly close, they've bought up here. Okay, and this has happened last year in May. We've also had exactly the same thing here in September, guys. We've had a strong weekly close, which was followed by new lows in the S&P 500. Again, this week, guys, we've had quite a strong weekly close last week. Is this going to be followed by new lows? Now, this is something to pay attention to. I also wanted to bring this chart over to your attention as well. So this is also the S&P 500, guys, and this is the we've plotted here the 125 moving day average. Okay, and what we have here, guys, every single time price has approached the 125 DMA, okay, has had a bounce. Now, every single time that bounce was always a fake bounce. You can see here it was a fake bounce, was followed by a strong move down. Same over here, price approached the 125 DMA, bounced from it, and immediately straight after, big move down. Same over here, it approached it, it didn't touch it, but it approached it, bounced from it, and then big impulsive move down. That's exactly what happened over here as well, guys, last week. Approached it, bounced from it. Is it going to mean we're going to see new potential lows, especially if we break this low here? That's something to pay attention to, guys. Very, very important. Now let's just go over the what happened last week over here, just quickly, and discuss that. So last week, so guys, just to reiterate, so over the last couple of weeks, I've been discussing, especially in our Discord community, that I wanted price to come all the way down to this daily IC, and that's exactly what happened last week. I've also discussed in the Discord community, guys, that once price approached this level, I wanted to see price break the 3,900 level, and as long as we were able to break below, I was looking for new lows in the S&P 500. Now that did never happen, and I did say that as long as we are able to hold above the 3,900 level, we may see a bounce from it, and that's exactly what happened last week, guys. And if we have to go to the hourly chart here, it came perfectly to what? To the daily IC, consolidated over here, guys, that was a perfect opportunity to go long. We had positive divergences, the daily IC there, and where did we go all the way up to? We went all the way up to the upper expected move and closed where? Right below it, right below it or right at it, guys. Okay, so that was a perfect trade. So I've taken profits over here and now wait to see what happens next. So guys, that was a perfect trade last week and I hope you did take advantage of it. If you didn't, join the Discord community, guys. We do post charts over there quite regularly. Now, before I go into more charts, guys, I just wanted to go to quickly the economic calendar for the week, guys. And this week we have a couple of things to be aware of. First of all, we have Jerome Powell speaking on Tuesday. So he speaks on Tuesday and he also speaks on Wednesday. So on Tuesday, 3 o'clock UK time, and then he also speaks on, most probably I think it's on Wednesday as well. Should be at the same time. There you go, at the same time on Wednesday. And finally, we have the non-farm payrolls, guys, on Friday to also be aware of. Okay, so those are the most important economic news to be aware of for the week, guys. So make sure you pay attention to. I don't expect anything to happen on either Tuesday or Wednesday, anything major to happen when Powell speaks. I think they delivered their message pretty consistently, so I don't think anything will change over there. However, guys, on Friday, watch the non-farm payrolls. If we get another strong payroll report, that will just suggest that, you know, the Fed has to keep raising interest rates and stay there for a while, which is not positive for the stock market. Now let's go back over and look at start of the analysis by looking back at the S&P 500. Now, what should we be looking out for the week ahead on here, guys? Now, as I've mentioned before, okay, just watch those levels here, the weekly close. We may get a new low, so watch that very carefully, guys. Now, in terms of the technical analysis, what should we be looking out for on here, guys? If we scroll and go over, all the way down to the 2-hour time frame, guys, I just wanted to point your attention to this gap that we have over here. If we are to remain, guys, if we are to remain bearish, I want price to come here and reject this level. Okay, I want this to be resistance. I don't want us to go and fill this IPA over here. I don't want to see that if we are to remain strongly bearish, at least for the time being. If price goes through this gap that we have here, that was made on the 16th of February, 16th to 17th of February. If price goes through it and fills this IPA, okay, the last line of resistance would be this hourly, this 2-hour IC over here, guys. Now, I don't want price to go all the way up here. Okay, I wouldn't want to see that if I'm bearish, but that would be the last line of defense, and that will also coincide well with the upward expected move for the week. However, guys, we are pretty extended. Okay, we are pretty overbought here, and we may get a sell signal here. So I do see a case for a pullback, at least in the short term, before it gets there, or if it gets there. What I would like to see, perhaps as the US market opens, I would like to see us taking this level with a lot of momentum, come back, look for an IC on a smaller time frame, and then target, guys, target. I will look at this 1-hour IC here as the target for the week, perhaps, okay, which is at 3977 or so, and that will coincide well with potentially a nice bounce, as we also have the lower expected move. If we do lose this level, however, guys, watch the 3900 level. That would be a very important level, guys. If we lose the 3900 level, guys, if we lose this level over here, then I see us retesting the October lows, last year's lows. So be very careful, guys. If we are to remain bearish, I want us to not, especially, I mean, would be nice not to, as I've mentioned, not to go and fill this IPA. I would like us to see a rejection at this level here, where we can take a short and target the low of the lower expected move for the week, and also that hourly IC over there. So this is something that I'm watching, guys. If we go above this level and we go above the upper expected move of the week, then I can see a case for us going and filling this gap over here that was made in August of 2022. So if we do go that far, then that would be the target. Okay, and I believe if we do get there either this week or next week, then we can perhaps have a nice shorting opportunity from there. Okay, I don't see us getting there for now, but anything is possible in the stock market, guys, so you have to watch out. Next, let's quickly discuss the UK 100. Now, guys, if you look at the monthly level here, we've just cleared the liquidity that was resting above here. We are at all-time highs, and we are in uncharted territories, more or less. Okay, however, I'm actually starting to become bearish on this. As long as we're able to hold this level over here, guys, then I can see us going all the way to clear the liquidity below here, sitting at 7,680 or so. Okay, guys, so as long as we are able to hold this high over here, which is at 7,992, okay, then I can see us going all the way here. I will take a partial here and then take the rest, the remaining of around at this daily IC sitting at around 7,447 or so. Okay, guys, and if we do lose this level and we go higher, then we go higher again. We are in uncharted territories at that point, so no point chasing it. Okay, be very careful on that. Next, we get the DAX here, and guys, the DAX hasn't been our friend at all in the last couple of weeks or so. All we've done, okay, if we are to look at for our time frame, since the beginning of February, we've just been consolidating. We've just been consolidating and literally just clearing up liquidity, then going higher. Clear liquidity, okay, clearing liquidity here, then going lower, clearing the sell side, then the buy side liquidity. So over the last couple of weeks, guys, there's nothing been happening on here. Okay, last week we had quite a very nice trade over here. We cleared the liquidity here. It's just the hourly. We cleared the liquidity, we consolidated over here, and then we boomed all the way up higher to clear all the remaining liquidity. Now I do have one last zone of liquidity right around here, 15,646 or so. I would like that to be grabbed as well, perhaps before we go lower, but we have to wait and see what price tells us to do. At the moment we are consolidating, we are pretty overextended, so I can see us going lower. The ultimate target, guys, as we previously discussed, will be this weekly IC here, sitting at 15,870 or so. This would be the ultimate target where we want to short from. We want to see a consolidation over here and then short for at least clearing up some of the liquidity and perhaps coming to this weekly IC over here. As long as we hold this weekly IC, we are still bullish on this, full bullish on this for the time being. So as I've mentioned before, guys, there's not a lot to do over here. Okay, try to play intraday trades. If we do go all the way up higher to that weekly IC, then look for some selling opportunities. And if we do break lower below this point over here, guys, then look for shorting opportunities. At the moment, guys, it doesn't give us a lot to work on with. Okay, intraday you can take at the moment here. This would be nice for a nice shorting opportunity, especially if we take out this high here, this liquidity resting above here. Let's quickly go week above, come back down, take a short, and then perhaps aim for this this hourly, this 4-hour IC over there. So that would be a nice intraday play. But for now, we are just consolidating, not a lot to talk about. Next, guys, we get the US 30 over here. And again, one thing that I'm looking for here, guys, again, we've been consolidating over the past week. We've broken down literally just cleared the liquidity. That was very a nice trade there, and then reversed up higher. Now, one thing that I'm looking at, guys, okay, very, very important, I'm looking for us to hold. See my alert here? I want this to hold. I want this line to hold. I don't want, if I'm bearish on this, I don't want price to go above this alert here. This is 33,447 or so. I don't want price to go above. We also have resistance from the 20 and the 50 EMA over here. Okay, so if I'm bearish, I want price to reject at this level and then go and make a new low. And as a first initial target, guys, I would target the 32,144, this daily IC over here. And if this doesn't hold, guys, then we go all the way lower to this daily IC, which is around 30,400 or so. So some interesting levels to watch. If we do go higher, past the 20, past the 50, past my alert, the last line of defense will be this daily IC. If price goes above that, then guys, I can see us going all the way up higher to clear the liquidity resting above here. So be very, very careful on that, guys. But as it stands, we do see some downside momentum for now. Okay, as long as we are able to hold below those levels. If we don't, then we are definitely going higher there. Next, guys, we get the US 100, guys, and the same here. We discussed this in previous videos. We had a nice reaction out of this daily IC. We just cleared the liquidity there. Then we had to move lower. Now, guys, we are breaking lower here. However, what we do want to see, let's just go to this 2 hour time frame. We do have this gap over here. From the same as the S&P 500 from the 16th, 17th of Feb. I want this gap to hold as resistance, and I don't want this IPA to be filled whatsoever. If we want to remain bearish, we want those levels to hold, and if those levels hold, then we are definitely going lower, guys. Okay, so just watch those levels, the gap here, the IPA, make sure that doesn't get filled, and if it does get filled, what's your last line of defense? The 2 hour IC. If price goes through it as well, then yes, we're going higher to where? Higher to fill this gap here on the daily chart, and perhaps up into this daily IC. So something to watch over the next couple of weeks, guys. Okay, and especially this week, especially to see if this gap holds or not. And if we do break lower, guys, the first line of take profit, the first level to watch will be this daily IC, and if we lose this, we're looking at perhaps new lows here, guys. Okay, so it's very interesting to see over the next week or so what happens here. Next, guys, let's discuss the VIX. Okay, and as the VIX is just breaking lower, guys. Okay, it's just breaking lower. There's not a lot going on here. There is, even with the level of the drop that we had over the last couple of weeks or so, the VIX has not been able to go above 25, which suggests what? There is no fear whatsoever in the stock market. The stock market has never bottomed before VIX going to at least 30 to 40. Okay, so this suggests that there is still a lot of excitement in the stock market. There's not a lot of fear, and VIX needs to spike up before we see a bottom. And that coincides well with what? With 50 Cent, the trader. Okay, so 50 Cent, it's a VIX trader that has made a lot of money, guys. This person has made 200 million, okay, in 2017 to 2018. Now he's back in the market, and he's just done what? He's bought 100,000 worth of calls, okay, worth 5 million at 50 cents each for an expiration date of May. He's basically saying that VIX will surge to 50 in May or by May, and if it does, he's going to make a lot of money. And if that does happen, what does what did it suggest to us? It suggests that we'll see new lows in the stock market, guys. So watch out for that. It's done that, okay, 2 weeks ago actually. So pay attention to that, okay. Pay attention to the VIX, because we may see a spike in the VIX. Now we got here the US dollar, the DXY, guys, and guys, we 100% smashed this trade. We talked about this daily IC, how we wanted price to have a nice bounce from here, and we did discuss that we wanted us to go above this trend line that we previously broken out. The price has broken out of. And that's exactly what happened. Now guys, for me to be bullish on this, okay, I would like to see price going above this line over here. I wanted to go above this line with a lot of momentum on the daily. If that happens, guys, then that will put a lot of pressure on stocks, and I'm targeting this level over here. Okay, 109,500 or so. Okay, so watch this level. We also have support from the 20 and the 50 here, okay, which acted as previous resistance. So as long as we are able to hold above the 20, the 50, the trend line, and we are able to go above this line over here with a lot of momentum, then I can see a lot of pressure on the stock market, guys, especially the S&P 500. So watch that one. If we do break lower and we see a candlestick close, then we break lower, and we will see new lows here in the DXY, guys. So watch that this week and over the next couple of weeks. Very, very important levels there. Next we get gold, and we have, guys, as it sold over here, that was perfect, that played out very, very well. We were targeting this daily IC here, that hit. We had a nice bounce from here. Now guys, watch the DXY, because if we are able to break higher there, then I can see gold breaking lower. Now guys, what I'm targeting here, I'm targeting 1750 and potentially all the way down to 1725 or so. If we go here, guys, I'm looking for some consolidation and a long-term buying opportunity right here, guys. So I don't want, we had a nice bounce from here, but if the dollar gets stronger, then I can see this will put a lot of pressure on gold. So watch this. However, if the dollar breaks down, gold will break higher, and if we break above this daily IC, guys, then we are definitely going higher. Perhaps all the way up here, guys, okay, and perhaps see the new highs and clearing that liquidity resting above that. We have relatively equal highs there, so that would be the case. I can see a case for that. However, I want gold to firstly drop a bit lower in this daily IC, where we can go long, look for some long opportunities long term to target those highs, the liquidity resting above that, guys. Okay, lastly, we've got Bitcoin, guys. Now Bitcoin, one funny thing about Bitcoin that's happening here is actually developing here. I just noticed inverse, okay, inverse head and shoulders, guys. Okay, so if that is the case, then and we are able to break above this level of 25,300, then we'll definitely make it all the way up to this daily IC, guys. Okay, so watch that. However, if we do break below this below the 8-hour IC, if we break below this 8-hour IC, guys, that will invalidate the inverse head and shoulders on the daily as well, and new lows will be the target. So very interesting to watch, guys, this week and over the next couple of weeks. If the stock market breaks lower, then I can see a case for Bitcoin to follow as well. That's pretty much it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy our content, please visit our website where you can find out more about the mentoring courses that we offer. We offer one-to-one mentoring courses, and you can also join the Discord community for free. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope you have a great trading week.